Hi everybody, it's Kathy here, and I am playing on May 31st, May I Scraplift You. That's right, the last one for the month. I didn't get many done, but I tried. Here is my one today, and I am scraplifting Deb Weston, and it's also for a challenge on the Girls Down Under. So I'm going to use these uniquely creative papers here, and I'm using that quote, enjoy life right now. And look at this beautiful paper. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm just using it as Sweet Magnolia. I'm going to use that as my base. I'm going to also use this one from the same range for the back of that paper. I'm going to cut some butterflies from this one. I'm going to use the pink on that side there because I really do like it. It's going to come as a nice contrast for the design. I'm going to use the text part there with the green, cut around that one, and then I'm going to use this one here with the blue and also some of the brick. So I'm going to pull it all together into a layout that you saw at the beginning just then, and I'm going to start by fussy cutting the butterflies, and then I'll be back, as you can see here. I did do a border using that beautiful wood grain paper, and then I put down that lovely florals with the hummingbird, and I am actually going to cut that hummingbird out. Now I know that I need this one to be the bulk of the paper that I'm going to use on this layout, so I'm just trimming it down to the best to show off the best part of those papers. I do need that brick in there as well, so I'm just going to start layering up the papers in the order that they need to be. This one here needs to be a 7x7 square, which I'm going to put just there. I love that rustic wooden feel to that paper. Look at it, it's just gorgeous. So I'm just playing around and getting my papers in the correct order here. Now this is a very layered layout. That sounds really funny, doesn't it? Layered layout. Now this has got lots of paper layers on this layout. My goodness, that's much better. And I'm just trimming out the paper so that it all matches in and looks great matching to it. So I'm just going to tuck this in underneath and this one here to the side, and I'm slowly getting my layout together. Now of course my photos are larger than the original, therefore all my pattern papers take up more space than the original, but that's okay because that's the whole idea. You work the way you want it to work. So what I've done off screen is I have fussy cut around all of those flowers because I'm going to tuck them into all of those papers that I put together here as one solid now, all layered up. And I did use the scorched timber ink to do the edges of each of these papers, just so that they lifted up off that background and you can see them distinctly from each other. So that's added a little bit of depth and a little bit of texture to my layout, and I'm just having a little bit of trouble with the tape here. I really do not know what is wrong with this tape lately, but it's not actually grabbing the cardstock straight away, which is very bizarre. So I've also tucked in a frame there as per Debbie's original layout, and I'm just trying to stay true to her layout as best I can, with of course my touches. And I just thought these florals were too beautiful not to include in the layout, so that's why I've fussy cut around the edges with my blades, and that's allowed it to slip in like a frame within the photo, and it just looks beautiful how it all overlaps nicely there. As I said, I do have that frame there that I'm using in the layout as well, just as Deb has on hers, and it was one of the requirements for a challenge that we had to have the two flowers, we had to have the pastels, we had to use frames, we had to use butterflies, and we had to use her layout as this jump off point. So this is how I'm doing mine. I have the quote down here, which I like, and these photos are from the Easter show, and it's my daughter with her friend, and then all of us sitting in the grandstand watching the grand parade and the night entertainment, which is always something special on the opening day of the show. So I'm just tucking in this frame, working out where best to place it. I do love this large frame, and I love how it all marries nicely together with the colours in this layout. So I'm just tucking that one there and making sure that everything fits nicely into this layout. And you'll see I'll fuss with it until I'm happy with the placing, putting that other frame in there. I did a half circle with the text green paper. I have that little quote there, the best, which I'm putting in the corner. In the end, I actually put that over the top of that photo. And I have a whole lot of other little bits and pieces that I'm going to add in. But I'm just looking to see if that's the best placement for them. Now, I do add a ticket up there with a saying in the corner, just as Deb's layout has. It's sunshine, friendship, joy, love, laughter, and relax. And then up the top it says so good. And down the bottom here it says remember the good. So it was a fun day and all of those little word quotes fit beautifully. There's the little hummingbird that I cut out from the back of the paper. I didn't want the hummingbird lost, so I've included it. I've had to have butterflies, so I'm including the butterflies here. And you see I'm going to play around with these butterflies until I get them in the right place. And I actually end up switching the bottom to when I adhere it all down off screen. And that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to move to the side and I'm going to adhere it all into place so that we can finish off this layout. So I did pop up that top so good on foam, and I also put that quote at the top there about the sunshine and friendship on foam. I put the little hummingbird up on foam, and now I'm just going to put in my butterflies, and this is where I changed the arrangement that I originally had. I just felt that the smaller one down here was better, and I am still fussing where I put these butterflies because I'm not 100% sure. I didn't want the giant butterfly down on it, so I'm just playing around. As you can see, I'm not really happy. I'm just popping this one up on foam so that it stands up there, and I'm still thinking about it, and I'm not even sure if that's where it actually ends up in the end, but I just want it to be balanced, and they're going to be the visual triangle, those butterflies. So I'm just going to put them there and I'll play around with it till I find the perfect place, and in the end I put it diagonally on the frame across there, and I like how that all sits now. So I have my visual triangle around the photos and I'm happy with the overall placement. To finish off, I'm just going to add some weathered wood. Oh, is it weathered wood? What's it called? Yeah, weathered wood. Distress spray spritz from Tim Holtz, and I do love this colour. It fits perfectly in with this layout. I'm only putting it into the top left and bottom right hand corner. I'm not going overboard with it. Just want a few splatters just to add a little bit of interest. And I'm loving the colours in this layout and how it has come together so beautifully. Yep, I've decided I'm just using up my stash now. I have had these papers for a long time and they just look amazing. Look at that. Uniquely creative, all beautiful, great range of papers. And look at how they all married together on this layout. So pretty. So that's how this layout has come together. It is the end of May for May I Scraplift You. I will continue to do scrap lifting throughout the year on my Friday Favs, which will come back into play now, and also for Off the Board with pineapple papers at the end of every month. So thanks for looking. I'm hoping there's a thumbs up from you here, and if you aren't subscribed already, I hope I've done enough to make you consider subscribing. Full playlists will be down below for all the people who played along with May I Scraplift You. Thank you for Crystal organising it this month. It's amazing. Happy scrapping till next time, and here's my next video for you. See you there real soon.